And we are live. Let's go ahead and play our... Oh, that's the stuff. That's that...
There we go. That is the famous Camp Re-Education theme music.
Oh, you got to get warmed up with some classic Camp
Gonna do a
Re-Education.
little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little Charlie Chaplin action, little...
Is this offensive when I'm holding bananas? I feel like you can't shimmy and hold bananas. It's like a...
Why would that be offensive?
Like the Chiquita banana lady? I feel like it's like...
Oh, maybe that is. Yeah, I mean, like, I'm just doing black and white face with this.
This is our famous music. All right, and we are done with the music. Welcome to our mukbang. Here we are. It's me and Ian. Breakfast cereal edition. So, Ian, say hello.
Shay, I think for the purpose of this mukbang, we should introduce each other through our famous mukbang names. Hi, I'm the Hungry Hipster here with one of my greatest friend and pal, Eat the Rich, and we're here to take a trip down memory lane with the recent edition of Emo Rap Camp, and I don't know, die eating breakfast cereal.
I'm so hungry, dude. I have I'm actually starving. I think after Monday's mukbang, I barely ate anything yesterday, yesterday, and then I barely ate anything today. So I'm pretty fucking hungry actually. So I'm very excited. I'm
actually here to promote the gay agenda, and I will be eating a family-size box of Apple Jacks as like a metaphor for the death of the American family.
Yours looks so much bigger than mine. Which I know,
I want to say that's a trick of the camera. I don't think it is. I think it's just a gigantic box of fucking Apple Jacks.
I feel like if I put mine here, people are like, wow, that's a huge fucking box.
What's going on with this thing? I don't remember this being this terrifying, when I was a kid. This is not okay.
I don't think Jack looked like that when you were a kid.
No, I guess, the years have not been kind to Jack.
Mr.
To the Applejack.
Mr. Applejack himself. So, Ian, I know there's a lot we could talk about, but I really want to actually start eating. So
yeah, I guess. All right. So wait, I got a question for you. I know that you want to dive in, but I've got some. Tell you what, why don't you start cutting your bananas while I air my concerns? Are we gonna do the cereal in the bowl with the milk all at the same time? Because I am worried about a soggy factor.
Well, you got to eat quick, man. That's the whole thing.
I mean, I gotta eat. Well, okay. This is what I got this novelty spoon, and then I have a normal size spoon. So
I tried to do that, but actually, I realized. Let me put my headphones on. Okay. Probably had so much fucking feedback for all you guys.
Yeah.
Anyway, I tried to do the same thing, but I don't have a ridiculous spoon. I have a slightly bigger spoon and a slightly smaller spoon. They're basically the same size, but
well, I think the spoon's original purpose was for salad or something. So I mean, I'm sure that the inventor of the salad spoon is turning in a grave as I indulge in what can only appear to be I don't know, an Applejack that has fallen so far from grace and been given a second chance at life.
Ian, I know we talked about this. Do you recognize this kind of cereal? You didn't. I couldn't explain it to you yesterday.
Life. It's called I know it as Life cereal. Do you remember that?
No. I just know it as whatever this is. But
Life as Life cereal.
I love it. Here's a little ASMR for you guys.
ASMRing. I am.
Oh.
I don't know. There's no. Wow.
I am so hungry.
God, Jesus fucking Christ! This is so much cereal. Look at this. This is insanity. This is absolutely ridiculous. I love that you're doing this in a baking pan, by the way.
I wanted everyone to see every single one.
All right. Well. Oh man. Okay. Here we go. By the way, I know that you've got your. Are you about to drink oat milk?
I'm so excited.
You're drinking.
Ouch. You're drinking almond milk. How is that any better?
That's gonna be, dude, almond milk. Okay, oat milk is like sludge. All right, that's like paste. You're gonna get so full drinking that stuff.
What was the last time you had oat milk?
Very recently. Maybe I got the wrong kind. I don't know. All right, so you do it until there's a little bit of float. All right, that's good. There we go. Not too much. A little more. There we are. All right, you don't wanna be indulgent with your with your stuff.
Flood this. Talk about food waste. Oh shit. Okay. Oh, here we go. Look at this.
Oh my god.
You're right. I'm gonna very much. How do I do this without ruining all of this cereal? Like, should I take a little bit and pour? I think that's what I'm gonna do.
I like that for you. I like that move for you. I love that journey for you.
All right.
Ooh.
I forgot about my bananas. Do you have any fruit for yours or no?
In an attempt to stave off diabetes, I did eat carrots earlier. I was like, this will help. My body was like, oh, thank God, vegetables. And now it's like, I don't know. I like the idea that the body is just like a passive observer to what you're doing. It's just like, what do you do with that? What do you do with that family-sized box of Apple Jacks, Ian?
I do love that as well, but you don't. So you don't have any fruit for
No.
this meal. Are you? Do you normally not eat? If you have everything you want, are you putting fruit in your cereal in an ideal world? Was that a yes?
Honestly, no.
Okay.
No, I'm not a fruit.
Really?
And here's the thing: it's like it's good, but I just feel like I'm adding extra food. Like at 32 years old, you should either just eat the cereal or just eat the fruit. And honestly, you should probably just eat the fruit.
Do you feel that way about pizza? Like when you put like broccoli on pizza, do you feel like...
Are you really comparing adding fruit to cereal to putting broccoli on pizza? Like broccoli belongs on pizza.
Okay. I love the conviction with which you say that, as if there is an absolute in the world and you've discovered it.
There absolutely is. I'm correct. I'm factually correct that broccoli belongs on pizza. Broccoli, chicken, artichoke hearts, and sausage on pizza. Oh my God.
I do love...
Come on, I can do no wrong. You can do no wrong. There's no way you can go wrong with that. Oh man.
Dude, I don't know if I'm gonna... Do you think you're gonna be able to finish that whole box of cereal tonight?
I'd be amazed if I can finish this whole bowl.
Is that...
Do you think the point of mukbang is to like eat to the point of pain? Like is that what people are kind of like waiting around for? Are they waiting for that moment when you're like, I'm full, and you just and the spoon keeps going to your mouth, and the people are just like, yes. Yes.
I was wondering, like, is it sadism? Like, are you watching to see people in pain? Like, are you like somehow quietly contributing to someone else continuing to put out content in which they make themselves hurt so that you can watch, or so that you will watch?
What is like what? Okay, so here's a fun way to think about this. What's an equivalent? Like, would you watch someone doing? I don't know. Let's just go completely opposite, like sit-ups. Would I want to watch somebody do so many sit-ups, like they eventually start screaming in pain, and then they're like they can't move afterwards? Yes. Do 2 more.
I don't know. I mean, people do that. I mean, people don't start throwing up when they. I mean, I'm sorry. People, I think, throw up and like get stopped from something else before they start like. I don't know. I feel like
people throw
it's
up when they
different.
work out too hard. People throw up when they eat too much. So, I mean,
That's
like,
true.
It's kind of.
Maybe that's what they're after. They're trying to see like the brink of intensity before, just pre-throw up intensity. Maybe that's what we're trying to get to.
Maybe I was gonna say something else too, but something along those lines. Yeah, like I don't know. Like, do people just want to see the limits of the human body?
I think
it's like
so.
the Olympics, right? Like that's why we watch the Olympics. We're like, all right, like how strong, how fast, how high can the human body jump?
How much cereal can the Brooklyn man consume? Yeah, that makes sense.
Honestly, I don't see a single difference between myself and Usain Bolt at all. Like, as far as I'm concerned, right now we're in the same wheelhouse. Like,
It is so interesting that we're like talking about, like, yesterday we're talking about Michael Phelps and like his place. I guess that was different because that was saying what kind of sport you want to get rid of. Comparing this at all to sports though is fucking hilarious to me.
I was like, these are the people that like. As these are the people that like loom large in the collective imagination, like the world's fastest man in water, the world's fastest man on land, you know?
Yeah, Aquaman and the Flash.
I hate you.
Is his real name Usain Bolt?
Usain. It's Usain with the U.
Is it Bolt though?
Yeah.
Nah, you're wrong.
Okay, you know, now that you've said it though, I'm like, did he change his name? Like, did he get a sports agent and just like, I mean, like Leonardo DiCaprio, like that's not his real name.
No?
There's no way that's his real name. Okay, like as far as I know, my guess is that Leonardo DiCaprio is not Leonardo DiCaprio's real name. Like I bet his name is something really fucking like Hank Frank or some shit.
I know Tom Cruise, that's not a real name. I don't know what his real name is, but I know that that's a pseudonym.
What's your actor name? Yours is pretty good. You have a good author name. Like if you wrote a book, your name on a book cover would look amazing. Shay Langford?
I don't know. I've always gone by the pen name Maynard Shea.
That's not bad. That's not bad. What about my name? How do you think my name would look like on a dust jacket? I've always wanted to change mine. Like if I was gonna write a book, I would probably go by Ari Owens, but then I might get in trouble because like Ari is a Jewish name and they would be like, you're stealing Jewish valor.
It's also a Norwegian name.
It's back on the table. Now that I know that, it's done. Ari Owens, here I come. Yeah, what would you rather see on a book?
I like Owens. I think Owens is good.
Ari Owens. I mean, Ari's a cool name.
I
think
that's my production name.
It's your dog's name?
Production name.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
I borrowed that from you.
I think Ari. I think a few more years and like the stain of that character from Entourage will completely wear off, and like I can just be a blank slate.
I've never seen Entourage. Am I missing out?
Not in any way, shape, or form.
Dude, how are you liking your Apple Jacks right now? I'm in fucking heaven. Like I was starving to death, and I feel very good right now.
All right, so here's where I'm at cereal wise. The crunchy layer is gone, and I'm now in like the soggy underbelly of my bowl. So I'm glad I didn't do it all at once because honestly, I think if I did more, it would have been inedible.
We got a comment, Ian, in the live chat.
What did they say? Eat faster, eat more.
It was from
I hate you.
It was from user Juyeon Kim, who says, "Ew."
Wow, Juyeon Kim said, "Ooh."
Yeah.
She seems rude.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. If I ever meet that Juyeon Kim in person, oh boy, I'll be rude right back to her. That's right.
She would have to be careful putting her shoes on later. There might be some poop in them, some human poop.
What do you know?
What were your Saturday mornings like as a kid? Like I feel like here's all right. Here's my assumption. Okay, the average American kid woke up early on Saturday, poured a giant bowl of cereal, and then watched like a series of cartoons, and then until their parents were like, "I've had enough of you. Get the fuck out of my house." I feel like I'm gonna get a hipster answer from you. Like your mom drove you to like the middle of a lake and was like, "Find your way home," and it's an adventure. And like you met a man who brought you to his cabin and showed you how to skin rabbits or something. Like,
I was very worried when like the man brought you to his cabin. Like, Ian, where are you going with this? No, I think I had a pretty typical, like the one you're describing. Like at least I remember like those Saturdays. You know, one Saturday morning on the I think it was the Disney Channel. I don't remember what channel. ABC, it was on ABC. One Saturday morning. Did you ever watch that? It was like a series of cartoons. They're like a lot of Disney shit.
Okay, this is fascinating because it's like, it's weird. Like this is where our paths diverge. Because I was never an ABC. I know like the series of cartoons that you're talking about. I never watched that channel. I was a WB kid. So you were an ABC Saturday morning cartoons. Like that's disgusting. Those were not good cartoons.
What's on WB?
Better cartoons.
Can you name one?
Right. WB had yeah. Okay. It had the Jackie Chan cartoon.
Oh, I watched that. That wasn't just on. That was also on Cartoon Network.
Like Saturday mornings.
We gotta get the talent. I don't know how he said it. I don't remember. Jackie. That's all I remember.
Jackie. Yeah, it was great. Classic. Pokemon was on WB. That was the big one. That was the one I was waking up for, and I was like, "Fuck yeah, dude! He's gonna get another one. He's gonna catch them all."
How many did he catch? You know, before he died.
Not all of them. Before he died?
Before his tragic death.
The tragic death of Ash Ketchum in season 4.
Yeah, as a 14-year-old. He only made it to 14, bless his little heart.
That show's entire concept. Mom, I'm 11. Okay, here's a mouse that can electrocute things. Go travel the world. That only works as like a Japanese cartoon, or maybe just even like a non-American cartoon. Like, if like in Japan, you can be 3 years old and ride the bus and like not get molested. That's amazing. Like that would never happen in America. Like I would consider myself to be like a normal, well-adjusted member of society. If I saw a 3-year-old on a bus, I'd be like, I have to kidnap him. Like, it's just something about this country that's like, I mean, I gotta teach someone a lesson. I gotta abduct this 3-year-old that was allowed to ride this bus by itself.
Now, when you say normal, well-adjusted person, can you just define that for me? I think we might have different definitions here of what we mean by those words.
I think. Do I really have to define it for you? I don't want to do that.
How are you making on that bowl, Ian?
I'm close. My fear is that I'm gonna like accidentally pour this out as I try to like show the camera. Yeah, I'm close. I'm almost finished.
You're getting there. I think I'm like halfway through this box, actually. I'm making good time.
Impressive.
Yeah, I'm hungry tonight, dude. Monday night, I gave no fucks about about eating too much pizza. That was not my MO.
I had a lot of pizza. Knowing that you'd only eaten 3 pieces, I wish I had only eaten 3 pieces because like that could have been lunch for like 3 days.
It was my lunch for the following day.
So really quick.
All right.
I do want to go back to this. I don't know why I'm so hung up on this like ABC cartoons morning thing. Like I just assumed everybody was watching the same cartoons. Like I forgot there were like 4 channels. Like and like that's its own kind of like MBTI. Like what channel did you watch on Saturday from like 9 to 12?
That's interesting. Yeah, I wouldn't say I was an ABC kid. Like, I don't remember watching a lot of stuff on there. I just remember one Saturday morning I'd watch Recess. I thought Recess was so cool. And they had the other Doug, like the bad Doug. Not the Nickelodeon Doug. The Doug where he had 3/4 sleeves instead of short sleeves. You know what I'm talking about?
Doug, like what? Like dollar store Doug? What do you mean by bad Doug?
They like
the animation was worse.
Everything was worse. They rebooted it before it had gone out. Like it was still on air, and they're like, let's reboot it. And like so they go from him having normal sleeves to him having 3/4. I can see you're not looking, and I'm pantomiming, so I'm frustrated.
Sorry.
He had like sleeves like a t-shirt, and then in the reboot he had 3/4 sleeves for some reason.
Why?
I don't know, just to differentiate that it was the new Doug. He's new and improved.
That's how you knew.
I'm pretty sure.
Someone's doing a side-by-side analysis. They're like, oh.
I really don't know what the difference was, why they did that, but
between old Doug and new Doug. That's hilarious. So, all right, so old Doug. You know, it's so funny. You make a lot more sense now that I know you were a Recess kid. I never watched Recess. I was like, I can't get into the show.
That was pretty good, man. That show was dope. I love that show.
I'm trying to remember what the hell I was watching.
Do you ever watch Digimon?
Say again, Disney?
Digimon.
God, you make so much more sense to me now. Like, I was a Pokemon kid. You were a Digimon kid. I was watching Jack...
Don't fucking call me a Digimon kid, man. Don't ever fucking say that again. All right? I was
kill you, bro.
I was a Pokemon kid who dabbled in Digimon. I didn't have any cards or like codes or whatever you got for Digimon.
What the fuck was Digimon? All right, did Digimon? I'm sure this isn't the case, but can you imagine if Digimon came first, and then like Pokemon blew up, and everybody was just like, calling Digimon like the copycat? I would just be furious. It was the fucking Digimon people.
Yeah, but I think you're right. Digimon came second.
Oh.
It wasn't terrible. It's funny because I felt like Yu-Gi-Oh was a ripoff of Pokemon even. Like I know that concept was like similar but different. Was. Yeah. It's cards. That's what it was. It was because you had like cards were like a part of the fucking show, which was fucking weird, Like talk about like trying to make up an easily merchandisable product.
And there was the heart of the cards thing.
Yeah.
Like, oh God, you're right though. They were like, all right, we need to make a show that centers around a product that we will then sell to the children.
Yeah. Did you were you into Yu-Gi-Oh?
I dabbled in Yu-Gi-Oh. I went Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, and then I had a Magic the Gathering stint.
That's hilarious. You make so much more sense now as a person. No,
I mean, honestly, like, yeah, I'm sure I do. I absolutely am positive that I do.
Did you do Beyblades?
I don't know what Beyblades are. Did you do Beyblades?
I didn't, but I figured you would probably be one of those little brats.
All right. Here's all right. How do you feel about this? There's like some like soggy milk at the bottom of this. I kind of want to run and pour this out, and then like do a fresh bowl.
Why don't you just use the same milk for the?
Because something is happening. Like there was so much Apple Jacks in this milk. It's like half Apple Jacks and then half like the dust off of the cereal that has like turned this into more of like a paste, and it is disgusting.
Get out of here! Go clean out your
I'm gonna just pour this out. I'll be right back.
This will be the Shay Hour. This is where Shay talks about his deepest, darkest feelings that everyone but Ian can hear. So we'll start off with, of course, my feelings about Ian. Great guy. Like him. He's funny. He's fine. Whatever. He's back. So you'll get the rest of it on part 2 after these messages. What's up, Ian?
What did I miss?
Nothing.
Oh, yeah.
We were just hanging out without you. It's missed you. That's right.
I can't believe I'm eating more of this. Oh my god.
I can't believe you got such a sugary one. I'm shocked.
Isn't yours sugary?
I found like the least sugary one I could get.
Oh my god, yeah. I can like feel myself going blind in my left eye. This is alarming. This is worrisome.
I did the math too to try and find out how many calories this would be.
Oh, don't do that. Never look up the calories.
It's like a little over 2,000. It's not too bad for mukbanging. I don't think that's bad. Actually,
Isn't like 100,000 calorie challenge guy.
I saw Eric the Electric or whatever.
That's intense.
I do not like him. He
I haven't watched any Eric. Like he's on my list, but I've definitely been avoiding him. I'm like,
all right. Do you consider him a mukbanger? Because I don't. I think of him as like a food competition guy, food challenge guy.
I kind of feel like mukbang has become like a metonym. Like it's kind of taken on like a broad connotation. Like anybody eating anything in front of a camera is like, mukbang-esque, I feel like.
Maybe mukbang-esque, but I don't know. Is that like...
Well, like what about the Rattata thing that we watched? Like would you consider that mukbang? Like that's like entertainment with food, right?
I don't consider that mukbang, only because most of their content isn't like that. Like the one that you sent me, or like the big, medium, small challenge, or whatever they called it.
Yeah, well, there is a lot of food and eating things. A lot of it is candy based. A lot of it is very pastel.
Yeah, that shit was weird. It's super weird. Did you read the comments for that Rattata YouTube channel?
No, I didn't read the comments. I bet it was fucking golden. I bet there were amazing comments.
No, they're bizarre. Half of them aren't. First of all, none of them are more than like 9 characters. And in whatever language they are, because they're all different languages, and like mostly like it's a lot of emojis or like 2 or 3 words or like I like this ! Like weird stuff. Like none of it was cohesive, none of it was coherent. Like it was just very strange. And I think it makes sense because it's just a lot of dudes who like can only type with one hand because their other hand's really busy as they watch the show. Just such a fucking weird program. This is, of course, for anyone listening, this is Rattata. The YouTube channel, and it's fucking strange.
I assumed it was Rattata after the Pokemon.
Oh, it's funny actually because I wanted to learn more about them, so I pulled up the Wikipedia page, and to try and see if they had a Wikipedia, and they don't. And then they're like, "Oh, you might be looking for Rattatat," and then they're like, "Yeah, I'm not."
You might be looking for the Pokemon.
Yeah, and I wasn't Wikipedia. I don't know why I give you $20 every 4 years.
Oh my god.
I think I'm gonna finish.
What do you think of mukbang so far?
what I think of mukbang so far. Dude, if mukbang is mostly ASMR, I don't like it. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Like the American version is. Anytime I see like the Korean versions, any Korean one I've seen so far, I like. I'm like, oh, you're like, I don't know. You're
Sampling
just like,
food. You're just like, oh, look at this. I ordered this whole restaurant's menu, and I'm gonna see what's good and what's not.
Yeah, or even like some of them like where they cook themselves. That's awesome. Like definitely do that. Like I want to see watching you cook like makes sense. I'm like can see the process. I can like learn along the way. And then they describe the food. Like at least some of the ones I've seen, they talk about the actual the flavor profiles of everything as they go through, and they're like, I probably put too much of this, so I'm gonna do then it's like a culinary show, and I appreciate that. But this weird ASMR overeating shit, like that's super weird. Like have you seen what's her name? I think it's Hungry Fat Chick is her name. What do you think of that name?
Accurate.
Do you think you're allowed to have an opinion on that name?
No. Am I going to anyway? Yeah.
It's just interesting. Like, yeah, like, I was like, am I allowed to like, I don't know. It was just such a weird, it's like, it just feels like I'm not allowed to talk. I can't say these words. You know what I mean?
It's a brand, and it's a brand that's very like in vogue right now in terms of like all of the discussions about body positivity, and then like also like what that means exactly in terms of like I don't know, like do we it's interesting too, because like do we reserve the right to be judgmental of like anybody's lifestyle, right? Like if it's not hurting anybody.
Do we reserve the right
to be judgmental of like anyone's lifestyle? And it's especially thorny because like we're cis white dudes, right? So it's just like like we're like the standard or like the baseline that's kind of constructed the society in which we live that everyone's kind of unhappy with. So for us to be like, well, this is silly. It's like, dude, you invented 9 to 5.
Yeah. I just you say it's not hurting anyone, but like, isn't it kind of self-destructive? Like at least on the level of like her level, where she's like clearly morbidly obese, and like it seems like her eating is like so intense. Like that's probably, I mean, that's a lifetime. That's like shortening her life by far, like by years.
Is life even worth living that long? Like, more power to her.
I'll tell you what. I guess if I weighed 500 pounds, I probably wouldn't want to live that much longer.
Oh my God, dude, Jesus Christ.
I'm just saying, like what kind of a life is that? Like, and I'm not talking about like the aesthetic aspect of it or like beauty or anything like that. I'm talking about like, is a life like that worth living in terms of a quality of like physical quality of life, like your just general health and like the activities that you can do while you're alive. Like I imagine that woman probably has 20 years at most. I assume she's like 30 or 40. Like I don't see her living past 60.
I don't know. There's like it's you know what it is? It's like there's something like incredibly like it reminds me of like Nietzsche's like Superman, right? Where it's just like God is dead and he's been replaced by Superman, like the most extreme among us will like rise to prominence. And there's like Jeff Bezos. There's Bill Gates, there's Vladimir Putin, and there's Hungry Fat Chick. All right, like.
This is okay. Yeah, that's fun. Yeah, that one was
just
weird.
Like it's just like again, like it's like testing the limits of the human body, the human spirit, and just like I don't know, like it's like going out in a blaze of glory. It's like Kurt Cobain. She's like the Kurt Cobain of mukbangers, like. We're just like on the edge of our seats, like waiting for like the other shoe to drop, like the self-destruction, right? For the views to blow. So I think that's what the appeal might be. I don't know.
I think the self-destruction is we're watching it. It's a slow burn. You're watching someone slowly kill themselves. Like talk about the spectacle.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Talk about the spectacle. Like that woman. Like you're literally like, is there? I don't know. And there's.
I've got an analogy if you don't have one. Well, what's the difference between watching her eat and watching somebody smoke a pack of cigarettes every day on a YouTube channel?
Yeah, I would say there's nothing. Like that feels very fucking similar.
Yeah. So it's like it's weird. It's weird because I don't know. I guess like yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's you know what that could probably be like the next YouTube channel. Like man smokes pack of cigarettes and waxes philosophically. Like they'll call it smoke bang or something. Like
you know why I don't think that works is because we do have like in all of us like this instinctual drive to eat where we don't have it with smoking. So I think there's some other level of like psychological like imperative involvement in here where we're just like no something about watching someone eat in particular I think is different. It's like the same thing as like watching someone like shit or like fuck, you know what I mean? Like I think like,
like there are channels for watching people do both those things.
Exactly. So I feel like this is just like another like biological thing. Like you know it's like I think if I saw in real life like I'm gonna you know, here's a question for you, Ian. Okay. If you were walking down the street and for some reason that you were absolutely sure of, you could see someone squatting on the side of the road who thought they were in absolute privacy, taking a shit, but you could see them clear as day, and you knew they would never be able to see you and no one else would be able to see you seeing them, would you watch them shit?
Probably not, no.
Really? What would you do?
What would I don't know, would like turn away, like walk the other direction and be like, no, I don't need to see this.
That's interesting. I think I would watch the person shit. and the reason, you know, it's funny because
co-host, ladies and gentlemen.
What's funny is I don't believe you.
I mean, who knows? Like maybe I would. Maybe I'd be like, oh.
Yeah, that's exactly
what are you doing?
I'd be like, wow, look at that shit, and I think you would like analyze it. I don't think you would be like. I don't think this would be like a very conscious level thing that would be happening. I think it would like you'd be on autopilot. You'd be like, whoa, look at that shit, or it's like that person really needs to eat more fiber, or like, damn, like that guy ate some spicy food or something. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, like something. I feel like there'd be like some kind of
weird. It's
analysis.
Weird to me that like you got medical with it. You were like, okay, like I can analyze this person's diet. Like I feel like mukbang does just that. Like if you want to analyze what someone's eating, you're gonna die when you hear what YouTube channels I have to recommend to you.
Well, you know what? I think what's different is like you can. I feel like, God, I hate this conversation, but I do want to have it.
I really like while we're eating, man. But
I know.
Okay.
What I think is like what I was gonna say, and I won't touch on this. I won't stay on this for long. What I was thinking is like. You can judge like your you can judge your diet, but you can't judge your like the health of your system. Like it's like the same reason like when people like I don't know if you like realize this, but like when you fart, like you have an instinct to smell it. Like everyone's constantly smelling their own farts, and it's like an instinctual thing. You're checking. You're like, okay, how was that fart? Am I okay? You know what I mean? And like you like, I think you do this with your partners too. Like I think everyone's
when Julian farts, I definitely don't go, babe, you okay?
Actually, I hadn't been eating.
Yeah.
This feels really gross now. I want to change the subject. Next thing, what do you got?
Can you imagine if that was an Apple Jacks commercial? Wait, baby, all right? Apple Jacks.
Oh, we just got another comment from Jugan Kim.
Oh, what did she have to say?
She said that Ian guy is pretty boring. Oh, actually, I think I emphasized it wrong. That Ian guy is pretty boring. All caps.
Oh my god. Oh, she's so sweet.
Who are you looking at?
My mic guy, my boom mic guy.
Yeah. How much food you got left there?
Dude, I ate my second giant bowl of cereal. I couldn't eat another bite. You're
stuffed. Out. I feel like I won.
Okay, let's compare this. Okay, I ate a lot of this. Like of this family size bag.
Oh, it's fucking massive.
I already ate the normal size box of cereal. The only thing that's left is the family portion.
What's the total portion of that box?
Oh my god, I don't know. How am I supposed to know?
It says right on the front. Hold on.
All right, let's see here. 150 calories. Jesus Christ, I definitely went over in terms of my servings. 210 milligrams of sodium. Jesus fucking Christ, I'm gonna die.
What's the total amount of the total net weight on that?
It's a pound. It's a pound and a half of cereal.
That's 22 ounces.
Yeah, so I just ate half of that. I ate 11 ounces of cereal just now.
No, it's 24 ounces. All right, 24 ounces. Okay, so your box is twice the size of mine. So
I ate a box of cereal basically.
I mean,
That's disgusting.
Would you even call that half what you ate? I'm not sure I would.
Oh my god! Did you? Wow, you really ate that whole box? Yeah, but you've got one of those like skinny hipster boxes of cereal. Like those are like barely a box of cereal.
I'm going by net weight. I'm saying your whole box is twice what mine weighs.
All right, so I ate a hipster box of cereal. I am, after all, the hungry hipster.
What is your? Did you find out what your calories are for half a box of that?
Oh my god, I don't want to figure out what the calories are. I don't care what the calories are. I don't want to think about that.
Apparently, that's a mukbang thing.
150 calories per 1 1/3 cup serving.
How many servings per box? It should be at the top.
Is it the top? Where on the top?
Mine's right here. I don't know if you can see that. It's right there. I'll write on nutrition facts.
About 14 servings per container. Jesus fucking Christ. All right, so
you had roughly 7. And then what's the calories? How many calories per serving?
150.
150 times 7. Okay. Could you do that math?
Yeah, what is that like? That's like just under 1,000?
No, it's more than that.
Are you sure? Oh no, you're right. It is over 1,000.
1,050. I've eaten more than you then.
I ate more than you. I ate more cereal.
I ate a lot more than you. How did I get so many more calories?
Do you remember reading the box, like in the morning before school, like when your parents were fighting, and you're just like, oh, this looks interesting. This is the first time I've seen this, and it was like the 1,000th time you'd done the fucking. What was like when you were a kid? What was like the one cereal your parents always bought consistently, constantly, like without fail? Like it was always in the house.
I didn't have that.
Okay, we had generic, like just like Publix grocery store brand Honey Nut Cheerios.
Honey Nut Cheerios are amazing.
No,
like
these weren't Honey Nut Cheerios. These were generics, Publix version. They were like, I don't know, like honey O's or something like that. And on the back, it was like a black bear, a grizzly bear, and a polar bear, and maybe a koala bear. And like you had to get all 4 of them to like their natural habitats, like on the back. And there was Yosemite. I think maybe one was like an Asian moon bear. I think there was like one was in India. There was the North Pole. That one was easy. And then there was like the Sydney Opera House. Like the fucking koala was going to perform there later that evening.
That's amazing. No, my family, we just like always mixed it up. We went through Cocoa Krispies. I had my Apple Jacks phase for a little while. Loved Frosted Flakes for a little while. Loved Honey Bunches of Oats. Went through, I think I ended with Honey Bunches of Oats. And then after that, I was like 15, 16. I was like, this is junk food. I shouldn't eat this. And then I like never really ate cereal again.
That's better than me. Dude, I remember being in like, I didn't start drinking coffee until I think I was like a freshman in college, maybe high school, senior year. Like all of a sudden everybody was into coffee. Like I had a girlfriend that was like infinitely cooler than me. She was like smoking and drinking black coffee by like junior year. And then like, we would go get coffee at Starbucks and like I would get like, what's tasty? And I'd get like a caramel macchiato with like extra whipped cream and
that's how you start.
And drizzle.
Yeah. It's like getting like the coffee equivalent of like a Smirnoff Ice.
Yeah, really. I really like eased into drinking coffee. Like it's crazy to me to think about all the fucking sugar I was putting in my body. It's a miracle I didn't get diabetes.
Dude, I don't know what happened, but like around 17 or 18, I just decided I was going to be healthier. And then like stopped soda cold. Like I think I was 16. I haven't touched soda again, which like, thank God, man.
That's interesting. I was similar. Like, I don't know, like at least with soda, like at a certain age, I was like, wow, when I drink this shit, I go fucking crazy. I go buck wild. Though, do you remember like I think one of the first time I drank beer, I mixed it with Diet Coke. It was like a Coors Light, and I was like mixing it with Diet Coke because I was like, this is terrible.
That sounds terrible.
It was not good.
I can't believe you would do that to a Coors Light.
Honestly, man, I probably improved the Coors Light flavor. Let's be completely honest.
Oh my god, dude! I don't think there's anything worse than the flavor of Diet Coke, or Coke at all. Like Coke, like colas. I've had Pepsi in my fridge that I've had for like 2 months. Someone
It's
bought.
so sweet.
Yeah, it's like, dude, it's literally like. I bet there's as much. Let me check out my fucking box. I keep throwing it. Oh, here we go.
Oh, all right.
Let me see. 9 sugars, dude. There's more sugar in a can of Coke, sort of, than there is in this whole fucking box.
That's insane. Here's something to think about. Here's something to chew on as well. But it's not something to think about. It's just a personal story. My dad, his big go-to drink is like Jack and Coke. And when like sometimes when I go visit home out of curiosity, like he'll have like a Coke can on the counter. It'll be like, you know, hey, throw that away. And there'll be like a little bit left. And I'll be like, what the fuck does Coke taste like again? And it's just like, fuck, it's so sweet. I'm like, as soon as it hits my mouth, I'm like, I have cavities. So
Yeah.
it's insane.
I really do hate it. You know what's funny is I agree with you on that, but like you still like some kind of junk food stuff, don't you? You got like still like a kick for like.
I have a sweet tooth that I definitely try to kick. Like I'm aware of it. I do try to fight it. Like, I'm a sucker for chocolate ice cream. Like, you know, dark chocolate fudge ice cream. Like I'll have like a Ben and Jerry's like once a month or something, and just be like, ooh, I earned it.
God, that's what. And you also would like. What's interesting about you and me is like, you like Papa John's pizza and like chain pizza more than you like local stuff.
I do like local stuff. All right.
Yeah.
It's just that like there's no local, like the local places around me aren't very good.
That's true, or at least the one in Cambridge that we went to. Like that place
was the best one I found in Boston. Like Boston pizza is fucking trash. All right. Like get a lobster roll up here and then fucking leave Massachusetts. All right. There's no other food staple here.
Dude, me and Stephanie, we've gone to like all the pizza places nearby. We're like, all right, where's the best pizza? Where are we going from now? Where are we going to take visitors when they come? Like, which pizza place? How far are we going to walk to like get the best pizza?
Yeah.
And like, there's one right around the corner. We went there a couple times. We're like, this is pretty good. We're like, not good enough for us. So we go to like walk 2 more blocks. We're like, all right, how's this one? This one's all right. We sat on that one for a little while, and then like found this other place even a little bit further. And then we just keep going to like different places. And it's like, it's weird because it's definitely like, even like the shitty ones here, I feel like is infinitely better than a fucking Papa John's or Domino's. Like,
I mean, dude, you're in the pizza capital of the United States. Like, rub it in, why don't you? I just, we don't like Boston pizza. It pales in comparison. It's just not that good.
Yeah, no, I agree. And, you know, I feel like those are contentious words to call it the pizza capital. I don't think those Windy City boys will appreciate that.
Like, I love deep dish pizza like as much as the next guy, right? But I shouldn't have to fucking pick my pie out of a pan with a fucking pie scoop. Like, when you call pizza pie, it's supposed to be metaphorical. Like no one was supposed to take that seriously. And for some reason, someone with like fucking I don't know, Asperger's syndrome in Chicago was like, yeah, pie, I get it.
Shots fired. That's fucking hilarious. I really wonder. All right, Austin O, our buddy.
Yeah.
What kind of pizza you think he likes?
Austin O.
The Chicago boy himself. What does he like?
I think he likes. I would think he would take New York folded slice over a greasy ass paper plate over a Chicago deep dish any day of the week.
I think I might throw up. If I do throw up, do you want me to do it on camera or should I?
I don't actually. I really don't, because if you throw up, I'll throw up, and that's just going to be a whole thing.
Oh God! Even just saying the words, it's like.
Okay, don't throw up. Yeah, don't. We're not going to talk about that anymore. Here's what I do want to talk to you about real quick. I just noticed this. I just regaled you with a story of like my cereal box back youth, you know, like the Bears, the little maze situation.
Yeah.
I just wanted to like, so this is a comic. All right.
Bring it to the camera, Ian. Let me get a
I'll bring it to the camera in a second. I just want to read you this first line. Okay.
All right.
Like, dude, we're old. We're old. Okay. So this is the cinnamon stick. He's a character of the Apple Jacks universe, and he says, "Hey everyone, you're just in time. Join Apple and me as we film our very first Apple Jacks video."
And your mind.
YouTube's world, man. It's YouTube's world now. Like that's what kids like. They gave me a fucking maze. They didn't care about my future. They're like teaching kids how to become YouTubers. Like, hey, do you want to make $1 million? Like my cereal box was like, hey, do you need something to do while your parents fight?
You know, it's funny that feels so foreign to you because like when I was 12, I had a little camera and we would make videos on them.
Yeah, I had a little camera too, but like it wasn't on the back of my cereal. Like my fucking cereal, like Captain Crunch wasn't like doing any voyeurism things or whatever. Like they weren't like a woman's shoulders, like over his legs over his shoulder.
You know, the thing that I think makes you feel, or I think the thing about this that makes you the oldest is that you feel like it's so detached from your thing, that you've created this psychological distance between and you as a child. Because I don't think that, because like the same fucking boxes would have like space exploration. They'd be like, you're just gonna like.
There was space exploration in the '60s, Shay. Like,
exactly.
That's not new.
And the camera, the fact that they're talking about a camera, that's the thing that you're like, oh my god, I'm so old.
They're making a YouTube video, and it's like it looks like our little studio. Like I feel like I'm reading the serial equivalent of our fucking podcast right now. Like, look at this. You're the skinny cinnamon stick, and I'm the fucking fat ass apple that's done crystal meth.
I don't know what about this like is that weird. It's like like if that was like a professional music video studio, would that feel somehow different to you?
Absolutely would feel different to me. Like this is just like, you know, again, like it's just, this is the world we live in. Like everyone's the star of their own show, like literally and figuratively. So by the way, in case you're wondering, Apple next, he goes, you said it, Cinnamon. Today we're treating the hungry fans to a tour of our super cool house. It's where we eat, sleep, and best of all, play.
How do they spell play?
Just one Y.
Is there an exclamation point? Is it all caps?
That was an artistic choice.
All right. So was it all caps or was that just you?
No, it wasn't all caps. It was just again, it was an artistic choice. It's just play regularly.
All right. I do like it. I like it.
Trying to get into the head of the Applejack character.
Mr. Apple himself. No, I understand. Or is it okay, yeah. Ian,
this next one is just like, I love that Apple does the dishes. That's the next line of this comic. But sometimes he forgets to put the spoons back, and I can't eat breakfast without one. Can you find all 8 spoons in the kitchen? Okay, there is a puzzle aspect to this. All right, okay. I feel better now. My nerves have been satiated.
That is so funny. Yeah, okay. This is the terror that's in your mind. This is why, like, every time we do, like, an immersion, you're like, it's the government. They're all coming together to sell us capitalism and emo rap.
I never say, like, it's a conspiracy of, like, you know, goons in a room that, like, lock the door and they're like, I don't know, do a hand symbol and be like, we are the Illuminati. Like, that's not what I mean when I say, you know, half the things I talk about.
Yeah. You have your own special brand where it's like the inner capitalist in all of us that we have to fight against. you have like you have capitalism as the original sin. That's your unique brand of like paranoia and religion.
Not even. I just, you know, all right. I'm not even. I don't know.
I don't have to defend myself to you.
No, I was gonna say like what I was gonna say was I'm having a fucking sugar crash and I don't have the energy to engage in this argument because my body is literally shutting down.
That's what you get for picking Apple Jacks as your binge cereal.
Like, I have a headache, dude. Like I think I'm gonna die.
No. Shit. Can you just tell me how many grams of sugar are per serving?
Oh my god, probably a lot. 13 grams total sugars. Sugar per serving.
That's a lot then. What? It's probably...
let's see here. Total fat. Oh god. Where's sugar?
Under carbs.
Calories. Sodium, dietary fiber, total sugars. With 3/4 of a cup of skim milk. 23 grams? Wait, what? That doesn't make sense.
It
says there's 13 grams in the cereal, and like all of a sudden, if I add milk, there's 23 grams of sugar.
Can you show me the box? Can you show me those nutrition facts? I want to take a look at it.
Yeah, here I'll take a look, like right here. I never fucking looked at this when I was like growing up. I never looked at a nutrition fact in my life.
Wow, dude, you are eating a ton of fucking sugar.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
a
not
lot.
eating. I ate a ton of fucking sugar just now.
Dude, I'm almost done. I think I'm gonna try.
Pretty impressive.
I think I'm gonna like finish it.
I think you might as well.
I'll be unhappy about it, but at least
you can do it. I believe in you.
Yeah, at least I'll have like one good thing about me. This one thing to like be proud of on my deathbed.
Yeah.
You did it. Did it, Shay. Oh.
I know I'm incorrigible, but he's got to give me credit for making an effort, right, guys? That's Apple. Apple was saying that, because he's got a core. So
That's
here's
funny.
my room. Hey, teaching kids about puns. Here's my room. Isn't my custom wallpaper amazing?
Is it amazing?
That wasn't an artistic choice.
Show me the picture. Show me the picture.
There it is.
Ah, yeah.
Solve the maze on the wall and find a way out of my messy room. Then we can make like an apple tree and leave.
That's cute.
He goes,
I don't know. Show me.
He goes, Apple hid some of his. Oh wait, hold on. Oh yeah, here we go. Apple hid some of his travel pictures as a joke. Such a funny dude. No worries. You can help. Search my house for my 5 missing pics. Some of them are nudes.
I really love this, Ian. I don't know why I'm getting such a kick out of this. And I love that you're like...
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I want to hear you go.
Oh, it's on now. Hold up. Is there a glitch in the game? Our screens look different. Can you spot 10 details that don't match?
I can do it.
Whoa! Oh, yeah. Can you?
I can do it. Yeah. The players that each one are different.
Okay.
There's the sun and the windmill. The speed.
Miles per hour is different.
There's only 2 arrows, but 3 arrows on the one.
The cars are different.
The cars are different. How many was that, Ian?
That was 10.
Yay! I did it. I'm a genius.
Hold on.
Oh fuck, dude! I don't really want to eat this.
This is where I usually. Okay, I'm done. That actually is hurting my arm to hold that up.
I'm uncomfortable.
Yeah. And then for some reason there's a dinosaur in here. Like I'm not entirely sure why that was a thing all of a sudden. I guess I don't know. Kids, we fucking love dinosaurs.
Well, I think it's just to reinforce the idea that man and dinosaur lived alongside each other 7,000 years ago.
Yeah. So this is a Christian cereal company, right? Like.
Well, yeah, Apple, from the tree.
Oh,
go
that
down.
would explain why he looks this way.
Yeah, like
he's a personification of sin.
Right. Adam and Jack. No, Jack and Eve. That's what it is. Right.
Cinnamon stick. Sin. Apple.
Sin of man.
Sin of man. You know what? Look at this. It's the top room of their house. That's the Illuminati pyramid.
Who do we tell, man? We gotta get the word out.
I think we should jump on 8kun and hop on the QAnon forum because I think they're gonna want to hear this. I think this is a pretty amazing breakthrough.
They would believe that shit.
Definitely gonna want to be a part of.
That's the sad thing. It's like there's definitely one you would do it as a joke, and then you would totally set one person's life just on a terrible path.
Well, the last thing I need is for someone to like suicide bomb their nearest grocer in the Applejack section. So it's just like I don't want to be party to that. I mean, they're in the middle of trying to try Trump and Giuliani for inciting the riot on January 6th. So.
Ian, my last bite.
There you go. This is the one that makes you throw up, right? Dude,
I'm pretty close.
Oh my God! Don't do that. Maybe just leave that. Maybe just like leave it as a reminder of like what you did today.
Fuck you.
I have this nightmare vision of you like projectile vomiting onto the camera. You did it. I'm so proud of you.
I feel cool.
You really did a good job.
All right, you know what I'm gonna do to celebrate?
Throw up?
No. I'm gonna do a little bit of
That's gonna make you vomit. Oh, you're gonna floss, huh? My wife's friend sent me a picture of Jiyun today, and I thought it was Juyun sending me the photo. So in Korean, I went, "Oh my cutie," And then I realized it was her friend, and I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I thought that this was Juyeon." And she's like, "That better not be anything like perverted or disgusting, or I'm gonna get angry." I'm like, "No, no, no. That's just I just called her my cutie in Korean." And she goes, "Ugh, that's such a millennial thing to do." And I was like, "What?" I was like, "Gen Z, you guys don't call each other cute." I'm like, "What would you say?" She's like, "I'd be like," she goes, "I would say, hey, baby, you got a dump truck for an ass." And it's just like, you're right. That is more romantic.
I feel like this person that you've described to me a couple times now, I feel like she's like our friend, Justine.
You know what? Yeah, Justine was also younger than us, and she was really quick to throw us under like the millennial boat. That didn't make a whole lot of sense to me. It's like we're only like 4 years apart in age.
Well, she was 24, I think.
Really? So she was 8 years apart in age.
Yeah.
So what do you think she watched on Saturday mornings? There was probably a lot of digital cable at that point. She was probably watching porn in her room. Probably why Gen Z is the way they are. No parental controls. All the porn at your fingertips. None of the parental controls.
I mean, I had all the porn at my fingertips growing up. These very fingertips.
Did this ever happen to you? This happened to me a couple times. Like in the early days of porn, I would visit like, boobies.com or like porn.org. I just like, porn. And it would set like, it would become like the porn website would become like the family's default browser. And I would like do everything to make it go away, and it would like never go away. And I would just be like, fuck, and I would have to wait until my parents came home and like turn the computer on, and I would get caught. And they would be like, why is the default browser like poopfetish.com? And I would just have to be like, sorry mom. how do you want to punish me? Do you want to like spank my bare ass? And they'd be like, not this time. Like, this time just go to your room.
Sounds like you had a whole plan here. You're like, I'll put porn on the computer, then my mom will find it, and then she'll come and spank my bare ass.
So I got spanked. All right. We were a bare ass spanking family. It maximized the pain and discomfort.
And I bet you loved that, didn't you, you sick little poop lover? What was that? What was the name of the website?
You're taking this places I never wanted it to go.
Yeah, well,
You didn't get the bear behind, the bare ass smack, the bare ass spanking.
I didn't. I only got spanked a couple times, and never past like the age of like 7 or something.
Wow, fascinating. That's interesting.
I wasn't disciplined at all.
Did they use apparatuses? Like, did you get hit with like a spoon, spatula, belt, like
wrench? Because fuck him. That's why.
We were, my mom's weapon of choice was the wooden spoon, and like she would be like, "Do I need to get the wooden spoon?" And like it just fucking strike fear into our hearts. Like we just like, "Holy shit, the spoon!"
I'm gonna get beaten by the person who's supposed to love me forever.
I was just saying, like the spoon was terrifying, and then one time it broke on our asses, and that was interesting. I mean, like at first I think we thought it was like a power thing, like our asses are getting stronger. Really, it's just because like you leave a wooden spoon in water long enough and it gets soggy, it's bound to break. So it's really just poor wooden spoon management and upkeep.
That's crazy, and I'm taking it you don't believe in corporal punishment or like.
No, not at all. I don't believe in fucking. You shouldn't hit kids. They're like small, little defenseless animals. Like.
How many times were you hit? You think? Let me ask you a better question. Do you now, as an adult?
Yeah. Do
you consider it abuse?
That's a really weird question to have over Apple Jacks. Hey kids, are your parents abusing you? Check out this maze.
That's basically how you started this. You're like, yeah, when my parents would be fighting, I would just watch the maze or like do the maze.
You're like, God, I hope they're not going to drag me into this. Like,
well, I'll tell you what, Ian. We're actually, since I can tell you don't want to answer the question, we're already at 9:00. I think the vomit has an out time.
It's bubbling to the surface. So I'll save it for the next mukbang. Let's we'll save it for our guest. We'll ask them. That'll be the first question we breach with them. Is hitting your children abuse, or is corporal punishment necessary in every sense of the word? Should we be hitting all our children, even when they do nothing wrong?
That's a fantastic question, Ian. So I guess there's nothing left for this mukbang but a little belly shaking dance party. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right. All right. That was great. I love you, Ian. Love the podcast. I'll see you next time. And then end. Cool. It's over.
That was fun. Let's stop recording on here.